All right, good day, my fellow flat earthers. I just want to tie in the last video with this one. I know there's a lot of atheists that's struggling with, believing in God, and that's okay. That's okay. But I know a lot of y'all are afraid of, you don't like this hell thing. You put off by this hell thing. Just really understand, when it comes down to it. Jesus says it. A lot of these preachers don't really understand, but hell is not meant for humans. The important thing is, why did he say that? Why did he say? Sorry, my dryer's going on. Uh, but why did he say that? Well, he said that to let the readers know, or they want to let, or the people who wrote the Bible want to let the readers know, this is not a God of Jesus' decision. If men choose to follow uh, during the second death, Lucifer to the lake of fire, that's up to them. But Jesus says, you know, hell is not meant for human. He didn't say that just to be saying that. He said that for a reason. But I think he's letting us know if humans do go to hell, it's not on them. It's the decision that they made. Which everything God does is freedom of choice that people really don't understand. But yeah. So anyway, it's a freedom of choice. Basically, Christians believe in God for only two reasons. You can't think of any other reasons. I wish, I can't. It's the promise of hell and the threat of. It's the promise of heaven and the threat of hell. If you didn't have the promise of heaven and the threat of hell, do you think all these people would be worshiping God? No. Those people who worship in God would be probably atheists, you know. But if it wasn't no promise, it wouldn't be all these Christians. The only reason why it's Christians is because they promise. It's a promise, and that's the reason. That's how they know they can get people, by promise and threat. Promise and threat. How do you work at? Do you work? Do you work real good when people threaten you with a promise? You just got to figure out if that works well with you, then so be it. So be it. Sometimes it doesn't work well with me, but there's so many people in this world, I'm sure it works well with other people. But you just got to ask yourself, do you like, being threatened with a promise, all the time? Just, um, Oh yeah. Well, so anyway, yeah. I just got into that part. Sorry. The only reason why he said that because it could be possible that humans can go to hell. Because it could be possible. Now, whether those humans are half breeds or full blooded is still something I'm trying to find out. But I'm going to say it has human genetics. I think the key would be if you choose to follow, you would be given that option. I think that's what it comes down to. Another thing that I've been hearing on the videos is like, they hiding the creator. They are hiding the creator. How, how can you hide the creator? The creator is the creator. The creator doesn't get hidden unless the creator wants to be hidden. I mean, picture the baddest mother F that you know. Do you think they need any kind of help taking on any kind of battles? Or you think they need help with you speaking up for them? If they feeling something that somebody's dissing them? No. So all this, they trying to hide the creator. Oh, the creator is doing an excellent job for over 2,000 years. Is doing an excellent, more than 2,000 years, an excellent job at hiding the creator itself. Nobody has to hide the creator. one of the problems that we're in now is because the reason why we got these Satanists and these Luciferians, because the Creator is hidden. The Creator won't come out and say anything. They done knocked on doors and kicked in walls to see what was going on, and the Creator's too busy doing cocaine or whatever it's doing. That's the reason why they got this far. Because of the Creator hiding out, doing whatever the Creator is doing. They hide the Creator. I mean, we're talking about the Creator. We're not talking about some infant. They hiding the Creator of the universe? Really? Really? I mean, sometimes you gotta kind of think this stuff through when y'all say this stuff. They hiding the Creator. No, the Creator is hiding the Creator, in my opinion. I mean, the Creator does a really, 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 really good job hiding himself. You know, I have a little profile that I see of Satan and the Creator. Satan to me is definitely trisexual. I think he likes sleeping with males more than females, definitely. Probably does a bunch of heroin to cope with his thoughts. Definitely a neat freak. Probably has some skin problems, not burns or something like that. I'm talking about like acne problems. Very, thin, of course. I can kind of go on. I see you, and that explains the devil's personality and what's going on. Same thing with God. God is probably a small man, small little being that probably mumbles. That explains him and his prophets having so much problems communicating. He's mumbling. They say, well, he's God, so they not questioning his mumbling. And that's the reason why it's so much of a communication problem sometimes between him and his quote-unquote prophet. He's unisex, so he doesn't believe in sex at all, but I think he's fond of the male's body. I think he does a bunch of cocaine. That's why he's not nowhere to be seen. He's in his room doing cocaine because he's trying to get out of his mind of what he has to do. He has to put away somebody he don't want to have to, so he's in his room doing a bunch of blow. And this is the over 2,000 something year silence. Is God doing a bunch of blow? And so when you're saying that they hide the Creator, that doesn't make any sense. It's the Creator. Only thing that can hide the Creator is the Creator. If the Creator wants to be hidden, and I think the Creator wants to be hidden, it's very obvious to me. If you believe that part, I honestly is believing more and more and more and more and more that our Creator is the sun, the moon, the stars, and all that. I mean, that's just, I don't know, who put that in there? Hey, I don't know, maybe it's always been here. I mean, I don't know. But I just don't think somebody said, hocus pocus, here's these people. I mean, they could took some time. I mean, we just became who we are through time. To me, that explains it more, and it makes more sense to me. Excuse me. Than all that other hocus pocus stuff. And I go with that for right now. Excuse me. Another thing too is this. Go back on this NASA thing. NASA's like giving us this beacon. They're going, the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. It's a beacon. The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. We finally heard it, and we're yelling back at NASA, the Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. The Earth is flat. but they the whole time had this beacon saying the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat. So they've been telling us the whole time. We just caught up to it. What we got to figure out is, what do they want? What are they telling us? We flat earthers know it's flat. NASA knows that it's flat. Us standing in this loop, yelling at them telling us it's getting to be just a tad bit over overkill. So, excuse me. So I just think we should start kind of looking into what they're telling us, because I think they're telling us something, because they can't resist them, guys. They cannot resist telling us the truth with a lie. They can't. They just can't do it. I mean, they just can't do it. So it's something they're telling us. We just got to figure out. All right? And so my main thing here, I was going to talk a little bit about gravity. And we all know what it is. And I know y'all, I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's definitely a no-brainer. But it's definitely, everybody's seen the videos of the sun and the moon going around us in a circle. Excuse me, sorry. I actually think, and I think other people have said this too, that the moon, I believe that both the sun and the moon turn like a faucet. You know, they turn as they spin away, kind of like a frisbee. When you throw the frisbee, it spins as it goes into its direction. And I think that's what the sun and moon does. Big, huge objects in the sky, and they turn as they move. You gotta think they have to cause like friction to keep moving. That they would have to like turn to keep moving. And so that's just my little small mind that thinks that way. But I think they turn, and as they turn in, they spin, and they also go around us in a circle. And that's all that spinning causes a downward motion, like the ceiling fan. How that ceiling fan's going, and the air comes down like this, and that caused all the windages, the different windages that we got, and it comes down to here. It's not really gravity, but it's the wind. That's all it comes down to it. There's no really gravity. If you fall, you're just clumsy. When something drops, it just drops. But I think it drops. Let me get clear that it's kind of ironic, because Newton couldn't figure out the downward motion because his theory was plugged to a ball. And see, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I say they tell us stuff, but we got to read into it. But as a flat earther, you can account for that downward motion if the sun and the moon and the stars was in our atmosphere. So you can't account for that on a ball. So he couldn't account for that. But on a flat Earth, you can account for that pressure, that downward pressure from the sun, moon, and stars, because they are actually in our environment, or whatever technical word it is. So that's something to think about gravity. I mean, that's how I think this whole gravity thing works. It's just a downward motion of the sun and the moon and the stars spinning above us. With all that, it's a draft, a downward draft, just like that ceiling fan works up there. And that's the thing that pushed down the rockets and stuff like that. A lot of people say that that the rockets are hidden the ceiling. And I don't believe that. They can't even get close to the ceiling. I mean, before you would, I mean, the thing, you couldn't make it to that far. You explode. Just like those rockets quit, the powers and quit. I think their battery just, it just gets, the battery life just gets sucked from it because of the environment up there. I don't think you can go, so I don't think you can go, I think you only can go so high, put it that way, before that circling and all that kind of stuff starts really paying dividends on whatever is trying to go through that point. You only can go so high, because of that downward motion that has been caused. In which I kind of think that kind of leads into the ceiling, but I get into that some other day. That I kind of think that's might be the cause of infirmity. But we'll talk about that some other day when I got a little bit more time. And I believe in the flat Earth. You believe in the flat Earth. And I know we got a lot of, the Bible's talking a lot about the flat Earth. To me, I think it's really convenient that they lost the book of Enoch and we found it. I mean, that just plays so much in their hands. I mean, you got to realize they planned the shit out of us. I mean, that is so convenient. The book of Enoch was lost. And, wow, the earth is flat. And wow, Enoch talks about it. Ha, ha, ha. I mean, they planned us, and we just don't see it. But, you got to understand, once you think you got it, you don't got it. It's more to it. They ain't going to give you shit. There's always more to it. And I think the people who wrote the Bible were honest people. I mean, just think, if we didn't have all this crap, bullshit propaganda, we'll be able to figure that shit out too. If we all work together as one and trying to figure out the universe. I just think that they was doing was when it wasn't much corruption. And they was able to get together and do that kind of stuff. And I think they did an excellent job. I'm glad they wrote it. We wouldn't have this evidence if they didn't write it. So, but it was just men trying to explain the world. I mean, that's it. I mean, there's no evidence of God, but men, explanation of God. If there was a God and God wanted us to believe it, it would be a mile worth of ocean in the sky with fish in it. So we'll look up there. Who the hell put that there? What the fuck? It must be a creator. See, that's what we'd do if it was something wild and woolly. But it's nothing. It's no. Yeah, we look at yeah. We think we were because we've been taught that since birth. Just like we've been taught the globes since preschool. I mean, we've been talking about, it's the first thing some people do, you get baptized. Do all that other stuff. So of course we're going to believe in a creator. So that's a no-brainer that we believe in the creator. But what if our elements is our creator? In my opinion. And I want to kind of end this, and I'm going to come back with a video about what I think about stars, how I think we're stars. But I want to say that maybe electricity is our creator. I mean, we are definitely electrical. I mean, we have all the elements in us. We got water. We're definitely electrical. We got some earth in us. So maybe a spark could have helped, get us started. Maybe it wasn't a big bang. Maybe it was a spark, electrical spark. So I'm just trying to say, put things together because I don't believe in this whole God thing. It has to be something else. I mean, and one reason, when I became a flat earther, I used to believe in God 2 years ago, 2.5 years ago, heavily. The more I got into the flat earth, the more I realized there is no God. And I don't understand how anybody else would come to a different conclusion. I mean, everything that they've been telling us is a fucking lie. And I don't understand how flat earth proves anything. It just proves everything they told us is a lie, and that's it. Starting with God first. God was the first lie they told us. I mean, that's just to keep you humbled and not doing anything wrong. God is so you can sit your ass right down the couch and watch your TV. That's why they created God. Don't cause any trouble now. That's what God is. God is a prison. And I'm thankful for people, Christians, because, they are nice people. They do wonderful things. But in a way, it handcuffs you. Because you just figure, oh, well, God will take care of everything. Because you're in love with this idea of heaven and you fear hell. Well, I don't fear hell. I mean, send me to hell. If I have to worship the God of the Bible, I will burn in hell before I do that. Ever again. Ever again. I made a mistake by doing it one time. I would never go back to believing the God of the Bible. Never. Never. I don't care if the God of the Bible came down here and said, hey, I'm the God of the Bible. Well, send me to hell. If this is the best you can do, all this for nothing because of your ego? No, thank you. No, thank you at all. You can have your people who want to bow down to you for, I mean, it's sick. It's sickening that we want to bow down to someone who allows this much chaos. I mean, would you run your household like this? Of course not. But we bow down to a person or a being that does. Hey, I'm going to make something that's the sweetest thing in the world, and I'm going to put them with the worst thing in the world. That's great. So that's cocaine-ish. So that's what I'm saying. Some of the stuff he do is cocaine-ish. Only somebody who's doing a bunch of cocaine will put something that's innocent as a human with the worst being ever and expect something good to happen? Yeah. All right, Flight Officers, thank you very much. My next video will come out probably sometime in a couple hours. I'm just going to do a couple of things and I'll put out another video in a couple of hours. Thank you so much. I actually had 5 viewers. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I had 5 people look at this thing, and I'm just ecstatic because I didn't think flat earth, atheists, figured, not that they are flat earth atheists, but I just didn't think no one would ever look at it. So I'm happy with that. I will go with that. But it's just a way just to get my stuff off my chest because I'm just so angry that the Christians want to monopolize everything. They don't want to share. Share the flat earth. Don't come here and tell everything is God's. I mean, I've been fine when you say, hey, anything, but it proves God and something bad about atheists. I mean, come on, guys. We all here together. I mean, you should be praying for atheists as a Christian. Hate for atheists should be the last thing on a Christian's mind. You should be praying. You shouldn't have hate. Love thou enemy is what God says. You know, what the commandment is. Not hate. I mean, that's... Anyway, I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much. Signing off.